Hey, it's Steve from Flowmaster. Today I'm happy to introduce our Delta Force cold air intake for the 2010 to 2015 Chevy Camaro SS equipped with a 6.2 liter motor. Now these Delta Force cold air intakes have a washable, reusable high flow filter that comes pre-oiled, a black powder coated heat shield, a durable polyethylene intake tube with a nice rib design and the Flowmaster logo right here in the center, reinforced silicone couplers, all stainless steel hardware, anodized fittings, and this thing is 100% direct bolt into the factory mounted locations of the vehicle. Now, the tools for the job are a pair of pliers, 3/4 wrench, 7/16 wrench, 5/16 nut driver, a Phillips screwdriver, 1/4 inch ratchet, 1/4 inch drive extension, 1/4 inch drive Torx T20, 1/4 inch drive 3/16 Allen socket, 1/4 inch drive 10mm socket, and a 5/32 Allen key. All Flowmaster products are dyno tuned during the development phases for maximum power gains and efficiency. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm going to get this installed in this Camaro SS here. Hey, we're in the shop today. We got our 2013 Camaro SS. We're going to get that stock airbox assembly out of there, get on the new Delta Force cold air intake. So let's get started. Okay, first we're going to start by removing the engine cover. After we remove the engine cover, we're going to go ahead and remove the two nuts that hold on the stock airbox. We're going to disconnect the sensor here. We're going to go ahead and loosen up the clamp at the throttle body, and then we're going to disconnect this breather hose, and we're going to pull the stock airbox assembly as one unit out. Okay, we're going to start first by removing the engine cover. We're going to loosen up and remove the oil cap for a second. We're just going to pull straight up here in the front. Then it unhinges in the back. And we'll go ahead and stick the oil cap back on. Next, we're going to remove the two nuts that hold the stock airbox on. So we're going to go ahead and pull this wire loom up. Okay, we're going to set the two nuts aside. We're going to reuse them on the new Delta Force cold air intake heat shield. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and disconnect the sensor right here. We're going to pull on this gray tab, just pull straight down. It unlocked it. Now we're going to push on this black tab, squeeze it together. I'll unplug. Next we're going to go ahead and loosen the clamp up at the throttle body. Okay. Okay, next we're going to remove the breather hose. There's a black little tab, and you're just going to pull it one way, and then the hose will disconnect. There it goes. Okay, we're going to take the intake tube and wiggle it off the throttle body. And then now we're going to take the air box and pull straight up. Okay, we got our stock airbox assembly out of the vehicle. We're ready to go ahead and start assembling that new Delta Force cold air intake. Okay, we got our Delta Force cold air intake laid out on the table. We're going to start off here with the heat shield first. We're going to go ahead and put the air filter adapter on. We're going to put it on the inside of the heat shield. And then on the back side here, we're going to line up the three holes. And then we're going to put the supplied hardware, which is going to be an Allen bolt with a lock washer and a flat washer. Okay. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and put on one of the brackets. We're going to first start off with this little small one. We're going to take two Allen bolts. We're going to put it through the bracket. And it's going to go on the front of the heat shield right here on the outside. And then on the inside here, we're going to go ahead and put a flat washer, a lock washer, and then a nut. Okay. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and put on the second bracket. Now the second bracket looks kind of like the third one here. You got one long one and one short one. It's the long one right here. And it's going to go on the outside of the heat shield. And we're going to go ahead and put an Allen bolt through the bracket. And then on the back side here, we're going to go ahead and put on a flat washer, a lock washer, and then a nut. Okay. So those are two outside brackets. Okay, the next one, it's going to be this bracket here. We're going to put this one on the inside of the heat shield. And we're going to go ahead and put two Allen bolts through. And then on the back side here, we're going to go ahead and put a flat washer, a lock washer, and then a nut. Okay. Okay, next we're gonna go ahead and put on the heat shield gasket. This may come in excess length, so you may need to trim it to fit your heat shield. So we're gonna go ahead and start here on the bottom of this bracket right here, and then work all the way around. Okay, next we're gonna go ahead and put the anodized fitting onto the intake tube right here. And you wanna make sure you go ahead and put some Teflon tape on the threads. Okay, next we're gonna go ahead and take the sensor off the stock air box. Okay, we got our sensor off, our stock air box. We're gonna go ahead and peel off the stock gasket here. Okay. Now in the kit comes a supplied new gasket. I'm gonna go ahead and slide this on. And also in the new kit is 2 new screws to mount the sensor to the intake tube. Okay. When tightening down the screws, you want to make sure you tighten it down evenly. Okay. Okay, next we're gonna go ahead and put on the reinforced silicone couplers. We got a big one here, and we got the smaller one. The bigger one here with the hump in the center, this is gonna go on to the heat shield side next to the sensor. So we're just gonna go ahead and push this on. Now we're just gonna leave it loose for a second. The next one here, we're gonna put on the throttle body side. Now we're just gonna snug these up so we can allow for adjustment once it's on the vehicle. Okay, now we're gonna put the intake tube onto the heat shield. Now we're gonna go ahead and just snug this up so we can allow for some adjustment once it's in the vehicle. Okay. Okay, the 3 factory mounting points on this vehicle is right here, and right here. So first we're gonna start off with this one down here. We're gonna remove this factory grommet. Just gonna pull it out. Okay, we're gonna install the new weld nut that comes in the kit. Okay, next we're gonna go ahead and put this spacer on over this stud right here. Okay, next we're gonna go ahead and put the Delta Force cold air intake in. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and push the intake tube onto the throttle body. Okay, we're gonna install the factory nuts back onto the studs. Okay. Okay. Now we're gonna stick the wire loom back onto the stud. Okay, next we're gonna put the supplied bolt through the bracket and into that weld nut. Okay. Okay, next we're gonna push on the silicone couplers all the way onto the throttle body. Okay. Next, we're gonna go ahead and push on this silicone coupler all the way against the heat shield. Okay. And now we'll go ahead and tighten up the other 2 clamps. Okay. Next, we're gonna go ahead and reconnect the sensor. Just gonna push it in until we hear it snap. And then now we're gonna push in this little gray locking tab. Okay. Okay, next we're gonna go ahead and install the breather hose that comes supplied in the kit. And this may come on excess length, so you may need to trim it to fit your car. So we're gonna install one end of the breather hose onto this fitting. I'm just gonna push it on. Okay. Now we're gonna route it between the throttle body and this top intake. Now we're gonna connect it to the anodized fitting. First, we're gonna go ahead and put the clamp on. Okay. Okay, next we're gonna go ahead and install the air filter. Okay, next we're gonna go ahead and put the engine cover back on. It hinges here in the back and drops down. Put the oil cap back on. Okay. Okay, that concludes our installation here on our Delta Force cold air intake for the 2010 to 2015 Camaro SS equipped with a 6.2 liter. Installation time was roughly about 30 to 45 minutes. I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our Flowmaster YouTube channel, and don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.